Today we are going to do an introduction for this Toyota Corolla from Strike Premier. The most important thing of here is the boot space. So from here to inside is 90 cm. Then from here to around 30 cm there's a 1.4 meter width. And then the rest inside is 1 meter width. It's quite deep inside. From floor to here 50 cm. So let's look at the passenger one. The passenger seat, you can see here, not many room space. And the seat, you cannot bring down. Check already, cannot bring down. This one I'll talk to you about this later. So for this one is the keyless system. If you want to lock the door with that key thing in your pocket, you just press here, door is locked, mirror hold back and open. To unlock is very easy, just put your hand here and then it's open. Over here there is the headlight adjustment, tilt angle. This is auto headlight. So for this one normally I set to 5. 5 is the headlight will be like this, pointing to the floor. The purpose of the headlight is not just to see the floor, is to let the car in front or the other place to know that there's a car behind them and where are they, which lane are they, in a dark place. If you switch this to 0 or 1, the tilt angle is like that. This is not very good. If you go over the hump, the headlight is going to shine at them. This is a normal headlight. So normally it's recommended to put at 5. Auto headlight is when you go to very dim place. Then you turn on the auto headlight. Headlight is a high beam. So talk to you about the engine. The engine handle is somewhere here. So for the engine here, look for somewhere in the middle, look for this silver color white stick, and then around here there will be a lever, pull, and then you pull up. One hand also can carry. Every morning you have to do your check, radiator water, engine and the brake fluid, engine oil, radiator water. The battery, make sure there's no rust, it's clean. You have to top out the washer yourself. For the radiator, brake fluid and engine oil, all these if they are low, you have to report back to the workshop. Don't go outside and buy the engine oil and fill in yourself, it's going to get you into trouble. The only thing you can top up is the washing fluid for the windscreen wiper. Stick is here, no gas spring. So now we are inside the car and talk about the window control first. This is the side mirror, fold or unfold. Normally we put to auto. And here is the side mirror control. You turn to the right, you adjust the right mirror. You turn to the left, you turn to the rear mirror. If you put in the middle, normally after adjust you put in the middle so that you won't accidentally adjust the mirror. This is the brake unlock. There's a window lock button here. The problem I have is that if I lock this window already, I cannot even adjust here from the driver's side. All those other mirror, I can only adjust my driver window here. I cannot find a place, I cannot find a way to set this auto lock. It lock the car automatically after the car reach a certain speed. This is a very important safety issue for us taxi driver, because most often when people come in the car, we did not lock the door. I want to share my experience. Last time I bring one tourist with one family tourist family with kids. Then when they reach the airport, the car haven't stopped. The small little boy just go open the door. Behind the car almost hit my door. This is a safety hazard without this picture. Okay, So this is the only place I can put my logbook. You know why? Because the glove compartment here is very small. So small. Nowhere else to put. The cable is mine, so is this one. Put my coin. There's two cup holder. Steering wheel. Okay, to start the car is very easy. All you have to do is press the foot brake, press the start button, Christmas light, wait for Christmas light finish already. Christmas light finish, then you can play with your stick. This is the stick, press the button here, parking gear, reverse, neutral, drive. This is engine braking. What engine braking do is that when you go to those steep hills, our Mount Faber is not that steep enough. If you go to steep hill, this engine braking will help to slow down the car by adding extra engine braking on it, slow down the car. Only places like the Bukit Timah Summit, they're steep enough to use. The rest are not very steep. Okay, the soundproofing. Let me show you how good is the soundproofing here. The soundproofing is very good. So there's a brake hold button here, parking brake button here. Normally when you put the parking gear, the parking brake automatically engage. So sometimes there will be cases where you need to put into neutral or reverse gear, maybe reverse to check your brake light, or neutral gear, you want to push the car or whatever thing. So once you put to reverse or neutral gear, the parking brake is off already. So how to engage in this mode is you pull the parking brake, the brake will light up. Then if you want to off the parking brake, you just press and the parking gear gone. Then the next one beside is where is a brake hold button here. This brake hold button is a feature where, like in a traffic light, where you need to rest your foot, especially those places where the traffic light is very long. You press your foot and then you think you want to rest. Then what to do? You have to put the parking brake and then you let go your foot. But there's another way is you put the parking brake, the driving gear, and then you put the brake hold button, press, there'll be a green light. Orange light means it's hold ready. Then you just let go of your foot brake, the car will still remain stationary. So let's say the light turned green already, then you just press the accelerator, the car will move already. Then after that, when you stop, you automatically engage the parking, just hold the brake. So to deactivate, you just let go of the brake hold button and then put the parking brake. Okay, make sure the park brake button light is set up, then you release. Let's talk about the drive mode. This is the drive mode button. You press up and down to select the menu here. So eco is your save fuel, but as the performance will reduce, burn less fuel, more saving. This one is average. This one is sport mode. Sport mode is the car will be very responsive. Wow, accelerate strong, but then it's going to cost you like in your petrol cost. So the next one is the EV mode. What is EV mode? This one is best used in those car park, driveway, and where it uses the battery. So you press the accelerator all the way down, you'll still use the battery and will not engage the engine until the battery fully discharged already. Then you will start the engine and you will automatically turn off the EV mode. So this is how it works. So what you do is first put to eco mode, EV mode, the light here light up, EV mode, and then you just put to drive, and then you move the car. So as you move the car, you can see the display. You only use the power from the battery. It's quite a good way. So you go up, you still use the battery, engine will light up. See, I turned 1 round already. The engine still never kick in. This battery is very good. And when you slow down, it recharges the battery through the regenerative force. And then you say you go and do a parking. I normally when I do the parking, I always reverse. You have a camera here. You can see the camera. And then when I stop ready, let's say I hit the curb already, I'm going to put to neutral, let go of my foot brake a bit, then press again, then put to parking gear. Wait for the parking brake to turn on, then let go the foot brake. The next one we're going to talk is about the aircon control. So the aircon control, very easy. Aircon here, recirculating mode, fresh air mode, eco cool. This one is your save fuel, adjust the fan speed or compressor. And if you're off, you'll cool down faster. You on, it take a longer time to cool. This one is blow your hair, blow your leg and leg, bare your leg, cool down, heat up your feet. This is the front defogger. So when the outside is cold, inside is hot, you press this one, you turn on the blower in front to clear the fog on your windscreen, not outside, just for the windscreen only. The one put back, this is the heater for the rear windscreen. The side mirror I still haven't tried before. This is off button, switch off the aircon. Up to you. If you want to turn on the aircon, you press the auto button, it on. Adjustment, temperature, and the fan speed over here. And has a light button here. This is the multimedia display. If you want to off the display, there's a button here to switch it off, switch on. Then you can browse your radio, you can connect your Bluetooth audio phone, USB. There's one USB port here, you can put all your song inside the USB. No CD player here. Then when you put to reverse gear, this is your reverse camera. So the next one is the control. Straighten a bit. This is the control, menu control. When you connect to your phone ready, this one will be activated, and then you can use this to call to your friend or family. This is the audio control, volume up and down. This one is a car free mode. When you press this one, you talk to the car, you will call out to your contact. This one is the cruise control. This is the cruise mode, set cruise speed. This one in the Optima K5, this is the set button. So if you want to on the cruise control mode, you just press this one. Whatever speed you are, you're 50, 60, you run on that speed that you are inside. And then you can use the up and down to adjust your speed. This is the resume button. Let's say you 50, then after that you want to do a slow down or faster up, then you can cancel. Then if you want to go back to your previous speed again, you press the resume. This is the cruise mode control. This one is to switch between the adaptive cruise control and normal cruise control. This is vehicle to vehicle distance setting. So if let's say you are in the cruise control menu, or let's say you are in cruise control menu here, you press this vehicle setting, there will be a line. I'm in the normal cruise control mode, that's why I don't have adaptive cruise control. There will be a line over here, then there will be a line in front. Then when you press the vehicle to vehicle setting, there will be a line here. Each line here, this one is 20 meter, 60 meter, 40 meter, 35 meter. So this one is, you will keep a distance of 35 meter when you are in a cruise control mode. And this one is your lane track assist. When you press this one, there will be a lane track here. You will keep the car in the middle. There is also a steering. There will be also indicate with a steering wheel here. And the benefit of using a cruise control is that you can rest your feet while the car is moving, but you still have to keep your car very close to your brake. If let's say you're in a 70 speed limit, you run on cruise control, the car will monitor the speed and keep it within 70 kilometers, so the camera won't snap. So for the menu here, now we talk about the menu here. This is the menu here, left and right, navigate around, up and down, switch the display or selection. So for this one, from here to here is the charge button. This will only light up when you are slowing down or brake, then they will charge the battery. From here to the eco line here, this one is only the EV will be running, the electric will be running, the engine will not run. From here to here is electric and the engine running together. And from here onward is the engine running and charge the battery. Eco score, I don't want to go into it. It is quite confusing for me to understand. Then you press down, this is the EV driving ratio, the total time, how much you use the EV. This is the speedometer. Distance to empty, I am not sure how reliable it is. And then this is how good is your fuel consumption. Then when you move forward here, this is to see your cruise control mode. But actually, if you see here, you also tell you which mode you are in. This is the energy monitor, how much your battery level is. And then when you move, this will show you how the energy move. This one is from the time you start the car, what is the distance you travel, and what is the time that you on the car. This setting is very important. Sometimes the menu I encountered before, when I turn on the car, I go into a Japanese language. If you encounter this, all you have to do is go to the gearbox there, go all the way down to the setting below the vehicle setting, press and hold, your language bar is here. If you put into Japanese mode, I show you the Japanese word know me, but I don't know him. I don't understand. So remember, Japanese mode, come down all the way down, and then the first one is the English, change back to English, and everything will be back to normal. You understand the car understand you. This is the clock setting. Press the clock setting, change your clock. Then adjust meter brightness, press and hold. You can see adjust your brightness. This is the lane departure alert. When the car move out of the lane, it will show you in the PP form, and then there will be an orange light. If you switch this off, there will be always have a lane departure alert in the orange, show you that the lane departure alert is off already. This is the pre-collision system. This one is to detect if you are going to hit a car, or when the car is turning, you will almost hit them. It will show you the alert in the red box. This is the proactive driving assist. I personally don't like this one. Proactive driving assist is if you detect a car in front, you will slow down. Sometimes you will do a hard brake also. And then sometimes you are at the left lane, you see a cyclist, you just stop. Here is the road sign assist. When the road sign have the speed limit or no entry, it will show in the car, tell you what's the speed limit there. This is the vehicle setting. There are something. This is the brake. This is the cruise control setting. Where's the acceleration? You don't need to touch anything on this. This is the traffic monitoring notification. This one is when your car is stopped, when the car is stopped and the car in front move off, and then it will show you in a message that the car have moved off. Maybe you're on the phone or you're distracted, then the car move out, you never move, this one will show you. Traffic light signal is to monitor the traffic light. If the approaching traffic light is orange and going to turn red, you will show off and then put a PP. If let's say your car is stopped and then the traffic light have turned green already, you're still not moving, it will show you a PP and a notification. And then my setting has nothing much. Let's say you have your relief driver. You have a selection of the driver's name, like you can do your changing. Every driver have their own setting, then you use this. This one leave it on, let's say reminder. This one, when you reverse, there's a PPP sound. Setting very easy. This is the language you need, no need to touch. This EV mode, this EV on button is to see this light. If you switch it off, the light disappears. If you find it distracting, this is the this one I don't want to touch too much on this one. This one is the vehicle thing. All these are nothing important here. MID off, turn off this display. If you find it distracting, then you just press the OK button, you turn back on again. Default setting, go and touch. If you go and activate the default setting, everything will go back to default, and then the Japanese language also turn on. And the last part is the message here. If there's radiator no water, engine oil low, all will be displayed here. When the engine oil, especially if engine oil leaking, not enough engine oil or very low level, please call to the hotline, our SOS hotline. Tell them the message, and if they think you need to be towed back, you better don't start the car and move. Later the car engine spoil, problem. This is the odometer. How to change the odometer? There is a stick over here, this stick. So when you press the stick, there's a trip A, trip B, and your odometer reading. Normally trip A is for, I don't touch the trip A, but trip B, if after I top up the fuel, I reset this thing so that I can see how much my fuel consumption is. Over here, there is the tractor control button here. This one is when you, let's say the car stuck in the mud, front wheel or back wheel are stuck in the mud, and you want to get out, you cannot get out because the wheel not turning. So this one is, you put the stone at the wheel there, then you press this tractor control off, then you try to accelerate up, move your car out of the mud. There will be also a notification here, tractor control turn off, tell you it's turn off. So normal time you just turn it back on. This is the normal mode. This is the place where I put my receipt holder, the receipt printer, sorry. There's nowhere else I can put my receipt home printer. Okay, the next one is the MDT. MDT, there is a 6 button. OP not in use. K1, K2 is the display light bright or dim. K3, K4 is the volume setting up and down. This is volume down. K5 is the display on and off. Reset button now is here. Okay. Sometimes we want to turn off the screen, we accidentally press the reset button. This is very normal. I have done it many times. So try not to touch this unless the MDT hang. Cashless machine. Overall, this vehicle is quite small, but to find the car park space is easy, very small, easy, and then it save fuel. I especially don't like this sticker, the one bottom one. So sometimes when we do a right turn or we are at the T junction, when we do the checking, we always cannot see the left side because this sticker is blocked. block our view. Actually it blocked my view. I don't know if it blocked your view or not. But authority want this there. There's nothing much I can do about it. I want to thank the Stripe Premier Zoe for calling me up and tell me my car is due for scrap, and then I get to sit in this comfortable car, although it's very small. I also want to thank Alex for doing the car, make sure it's running very nice before he hand it to me. So the next one we are going to talk about is the headlight. The next one is the light control. So this one you have the function of the lane changing turning stick. So if let's say you do a soft tap, you will do a blink of 5 times and then after that it disappeared. In my experience, I find that 5 times of this blinking is sufficient time for me to do my brake check, check my blind spot and move to the next lane. And you won't have an excuse that even if you will never forget to turn off your stick after your lane change. For turning left and right, you just pull all the way. After you do your turning the steering wheel, you turn back, the thing will turn off by itself. So this is a very useful function. If 5 times haven't finished, you click again. Then you continue and reset the timer and go to the 5 times. For the headlight, you can see my headlight is on now. Or if one day you want to park at a place and you want people to know that you are there, you can, for this headlight, you can just turn 1 time down. Your parking light is still on. You will never be able to switch off this thing, the one on top. Your tail light is also on. You can see this one. I'm very lazy to go out and take a look. So if you want to totally switch off the headlight or this thing, press and hold, the thing gone. You can also confirm with your signal, your indication light here. So if you want to turn back, normally I would turn down. You turn back on your tail light. This is your tail light indication. Because even if you turn off the headlight, this thing is still there. Your high beam there. So this is the end of the light control, and we'll talk about next is the cruise control. Okay, we are at the cruise control mode now. This is the demo on this cruise control mode. There's the cruise control mode and the adaptive cruise control mode. So cruise control mode, I'll talk to this about this first. You can turn on your lane track assist. Lane track assist, there's a steering wheel. You watch out for the 2 lane in front, the 2 lane beside you. They keep you in the center of the lane. You will not watch out for the car in front of you. But the good thing about cruise control is that you can let your foot out of the accelerator. When the speed is low, you adjust back to your set speed. Now I set my speed. This is a 80 km speed limit area. I'm at 72. I can increase up to 78 or 79. If I reduce, it will become white color and you will stop accelerate, wait until it slow down, and then it become green again. So let's say I'm a little bit out of the lane, there's no car behind me. So let's say I'm out of the lane, you will want to switch me back to the center of the lane again. My foot is not accelerated, but do keep your foot close to the brake, and in case just in case there's car they cut in, then you need to use this. So the next one is the adaptive cruise control. I can press the cancel button or I press my foot brake to stop, and then I use the cruise mode, switch to adaptive cruise control mode. So adaptive cruise control mode, there will be some lines in front of you, the blue line. Now it's red color. Now it's gray, sorry. Okay, so you use the sensing distance on the cruise control panel. So now this one line is 20 meter, this is 60 meter, 3 line is 45 meter, 2 line is 30 meter. So 30 meter, if there's a car at 30 meter, you will slow down. So I set to 30, and then I press my cruise control mode, adaptive cruise control mode. The car is moving. and the line become blue color and then green color on the lane side. So if let's say there's no car behind me, if let's say I'm moving out, we cannot move out because the steering wheel is trying to keep, let's say I turn out a bit, you still want to turn me back to the center of the lane. So I don't prefer this because it make my mind lazy lah. Now there's a curve, you just follow the curve, go to the center. Make my mind lazy, sometimes I will fall asleep lah. Okay, for this adaptive cruise control or this cruise control mode, try not to use on the highway, lonely highway, or places where there is cyclists. This one, when there's a cyclist that cycle on the left side of the road, it cannot see. But when the cyclists sometimes you know they are driving their method, they will just go into the center middle of the road. Then the car will suddenly detect, hey, there's a car in front. Then after that, you'll try to stop. Then when you stop, it will like very hard brake like that. Then the car behind, when they follow too close, you know our driving pattern here, they're driving too close, then they hit the car, then they say, hey, you jam your brake. Then the time it's very hard to explain to the authority So when you, even though you are at the adaptive cruise control, you must never put your hand out of the wheel. The system is able to detect your hand on the wheel. If your hand is not on the wheel, after 10 seconds, there will be an alert. Tell you must please put your hand on the wheel. If 15 seconds later, it will come a red color display. You must put your hand on the wheel. Then I don't want to go to the third and fourth stage lah. The third stage is that it still cannot detect any human intervention, like touching the wheel or pressing the foot or something like that. You will just brake and hold in the middle of the lane. No matter which lane you are in, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, they don't care. They will just stop in the middle of the lane. And then for the fourth stage, you will put on the parking brake, turn on the hazard light, because it deemed that you are in a coma. You are in a coma, and then you are not fit to drive. Then you should be taken off the road. So try to keep your hand on the wheel. So there's a lorry in front. I change my lane. The green line become grey line. I can change lane. The lorry move away again. Never mind. I shift it. For signaling bar, you soft tap, lane change mode, then they will blink 5 times and then disappear. For divergent lane and convergent lane, pay your attention. Don't use your cruise control mode on this type of lanes. Divergent lane is 2 lanes split to 1 lane. Sometimes the one of the lane disappear. Then the system will keep to one side of the lane. It can be the left, it can be the right, depending on which one it detect. Then sometimes, let's say you want to go to the left lane, but you keep to the right lane. Then after that you realize, hey, I want to go to the left lane, and then after that, then the car behind, then you cut in the car behind, then that's where the problem start Then for the convergent lane, is 2 lanes split, 2 lane to 1 lane. This one is still okay. You will follow the lane funnel into the center lane, and then you will just center lane, and then you just proceed. But the danger is that you know our pattern here. Sometimes when we are at the convergent lane, the car behind, they want to cut in front of you. Then after that they hit you. Problem start again. So try not to use your cruise control mode on the divergent lane and convergent lane, and also in places where there is a cyclist. So I hope this tutorial is useful for you if you want to choose to use the cruise control mode. This is from the Premier Taxi. This is a Toyota Corolla Seden. So there's also another model is the Corolla Touring. I think their function is almost the same. I don't know about that. I cannot confirm because I don't know anybody driving the touring car. And thank you for staying so long and watching my tutorial. Thank you.